Nevada prisons are short-staffed while correctional officers are getting a raise in the state's new budget. Some say it's not enough.
That's also while tensions at a Las Vegas area prison are rising. 8 News Now investigator Vanessa Murphy has been uncovering issues within the prison system and has this update.
On Mother's Day at High Desert State Prison, visitation was canceled and there was a partial lockdown. That's because staffing was 35% less than it's supposed to be. And that's not rare.
Eventually that string will snap, and eventually it's going to cause a very serious incident.
The prison, about a 45-minute drive north of Las Vegas, has a history of problems. As the 8 News Now investigators first reported, there's an investigation into the death of an inmate in April. And according to the Department of Corrections, there have been at least 2 recent incidents where inmates tried to use shanks against officers. We obtained this email from the warden sent to staff on May 5th, urging them to be vigilant. He points to an increase in use of force and offenders being disobedient to staff directives. He cites reasons for the disruptive behavior like lockdowns, staffing, and food. And he refers to intel relating to threats of staff assaults.
They're becoming super aggressive with what's going on. And quite frankly, it's hard to put all the blame on them because we're not able to give the services that are needed. We're not able to facilitate that in a safe way. And it's leading to frustration, on both sides of the line.
Paul Lunkwitz is the head of the union, which represents nearly 400 correctional officers. He says in order to keep officers and attract new ones, a significant pay raise is needed. And while the Attorney General and Secretary of State voted in support of a raise Wednesday morning, Governor Joe Lombardo did not, saying he wasn't in favor of certain aspects of a new contract, like 2.5 times pay on holidays and more personal days.
And we have the money to be able to take that step in the right direction. And I really urge the governor to do that.
Lunkwitz says salaries for an officer now start at $46,000, but with the nearly 23% paid into the state pension program, the amount drops to about $36,000. And with departments like Metro, Henderson, and North Las Vegas paying more, many officers train for a prison job and leave for a better paying one.
You have to pay these public safety heroes enough money to feed their families and to compare with other public agencies that they can transfer to.
Senator Jeff Stone, a Republican, says he's been trying to land a meeting with Governor Lombardo without success. He tells us the raise the union is asking for amounts to less than 0.2% of the state budget. Lunkwitz says the union is asking for a 42% raise, but would settle for 32%. Governor Lombardo did acknowledge Wednesday that some prisons are short-staffed by 50%. As for High Desert State Prison, the department says there are rolling lockdowns and searches of cells have helped to recover weapons in recent days. Vanessa Murphy, 8 News Now.
Vanessa reached out to the governor's office. A spokesperson says Governor Lombardo is committed to giving the 2-grade pay increase and $2,000 in annual retention incentives to all public safety employees. Now you can find more of the response over at 8newsnow.com.